Да-да-да. Привет, привет. Сейчас будем. Сейчас раскрою наметки, пока продолжаем. Оборона Стоунхенджа. Ой, зачем я за наметки закрыл? Наоборот же надо.
However, the western part of the continent and the area around the space elevator still remain under Erusian control. As you all know, this is because they have those damn arsenal birds controlling the skies around the light.
Damn arsenal birds.
So, we're going to use Stonehenge for a long-range attack against the arsenal bird.
All we had to do was follow the damn arsenal bird, CJ.
Stonehenge was also utilized by the Erusian forces as a weapon.
Oh, Stonehenge,
the majority of the artillery is out of action after an air raid by the independent state allied forces. When that happened, the main base was being repaired from the damage caused by the asteroid, so it managed to escape the bombardment. The Ocean Army continued the repairs in secret and managed to reactivate its base systems. Once preparations are complete, we'll be able to fire.
Damn.
The officer in charge has yet to confirm whether it can be fired more than once. In other words, it is looking like we may have only one chance to be able to bring down one of those invulnerable arsenal birds. We're going all in on this one plan. The Erusian forces have detected our movements and are marching on Stonehenge. The arsenal bird is closing in, but if our operation goes as planned, we should be able to shoot it down before it reaches the operation area. We've set up strong points we call menhirs around Stonehenge. Provide them with air support, while keeping air superiority. Our mission is to protect Stonehenge until it can shoot down that monster bird. If we can shoot down even just one arsenal bird, it will significantly reduce the scale of the enemy's air defense network. Stonehenge is our only way of bringing down an arsenal bird. Missing is a luxury we cannot afford.
Что ж. Гелб. А это с немецкого желтый. То есть флаг белки это короче как белка это как Германия у нас в реальности. О, Scarface. И Юпио. Охнер. Украина! Я не думал, что вообще у нас украинцы. И Яв. Что за Яв? Так, это не тот. Тот, наверное, на 133-м был. А, не, у него 127-й был. Сейчас, собственно... Здрасте, Стригон. Вот ее поставим. Так. А, у нас тут нет 127-го. Точно. Добавили раскраски, а этого нет. Вот облом, верно? Посмотрите, кстати, вот какие. Нет, вооружение. На email. С 30-го. Нет, там все-таки воздушные будут. Сейчас посмотрим. ЮГБ. Конечно, это ж неуправляемое. Я думаю, лучше уж ракеты какие-нибудь взять. Вот как. А лучше СФА возьмем. Моя любимая. Да, даже стригон есть. Илья Пастернак, здорово. Дальше не 0,7. То же самое, как это, только другая. Я такой из одного из сушек видал. Ну, тупо серый. Ладно. Так, что у нас по вооружению? АДММ. Рельса. И, кстати, 2. Ну, я АДММ 110 штук. Классно, правда? Перезарядка очень дерьмовая, кстати. Хоть быстрее будет. Вся дальность херня. Бля. Мы берем маневренность. Что-нибудь поставим. Скорость захвата. К сожалению, не вмещается. Тоже стандартные. Да, это не поставишь. Пусть поставим это. А это вернем. Что у нас тут? А, да, вот это поставим.
Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Два лайка. Видимо, кто-то еще зашел и поставил. То есть это ты поставил лайк. И кто-то еще. Я просто видел, что кто-то еще зашел. Но вот кто? Это мы никогда не узнаем.
Attention, all defensive and air support teams. In order to get up and running, what I need most from you is time. As long as you can provide me that, my program will bring down the Arsenal bird.
That was Major Deanna McConey. I'm Warrant Officer Lehman, a specialist. We're now commencing the operation to destroy the Arsenal bird.
It's gonna be a long fight. Don't waste the ammo.
So that's Stonehenge, huh? It's bigger than I imagined. Uglier, too.
Look at that mess of cables. That means a generator trucks to run it.
Are we sure that thing's even gonna fire? Seriously, I mean, how old is it?
If it doesn't, then our luck is run dry. I'd get praying if I were you.
Well, if it works, it'll bring down even an Arsenal bird. Big if. And it'd have to hit.
Avenger 6, enemy tanks to the head. Located an enemy tank. One after, requesting close air support.
Avenger 6, request for air support confirmed. Help is on the way.
Listen up. Our job is to defend here. That's all, you got it? This should be easy. Show on your paycheck.
This one's wide open.
This is men here 6. The enemy ground forces have been eliminated. Much obliged for the air support. Alright guys, this time time to get a whole 45 seconds. Grab some chow or something.
Перекусите, что ли? Да.
That's half of Menhir 5's aerial problems, but one is more than enough. Clear all threats.
А где субтитры?
Powering main system. Code boost. Skipping sequences 47 to 97.
Keep your eyes open. Activating. We just need one shot. I had no idea.
Вот, не знаю, возможно.
Support and are ready to drive the enemy back.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Bombers, bearing
Вот так вот.
190. Stonehenge won't survive a bomb run. You have to stop them.
Half of the enemy ground troops.
All enemies attacking Menhir 5 have been eliminated.
Целых 12 ракет у нас тут.
We've only got 60% green. We've got 30% yellow. 10% is red.
Well, it has been sitting here rusting away for the past 20 years. I'd say it's more than be expected. Hurry and verify the reds and yellows.
Глитниры.
Destroy those closest to our allies first. Hostile bomber destroyed. Nice work. Keep Stonehenge safe for us.
Не попаду. Ну я попал. Нормально.
Watch out for anti-aircraft fire. We can't afford to lose anyone right now.
Vehicle eliminated.
Menhir 7 here.
О, 10.
Aircraft approaching. We're gonna clean this place out. We don't get air support for today.
Power level is at 40%. 42%. Come on, damn it!
Come on, baby. Be good. We need you.
Сраные облака. Задание. Они, блин, крепкие.
Fox 2.
Is that thing really gonna fire? More hostiles advancing towards Menhir 6. Ground forces haven't noticed yet.
Let's take out the enemy while our friends are still on their feet.
Oh, baby, we're saved! Whoever is flying the plane with 3 lines, I'm buying you a beer later.
You should know what their next action is.
Salamander 6, I have luck.
I'll take him out.
This is Menhir 7. Enemy reinforcements. They're attacking in waves.
I never thought I'd see numbers like this. Guess that's how you know it's important. Looks like we're helping shape history here. Keep an eye on the skies. Make sure the game gets back alive.
We successfully defended Menhir 7. Good work, everyone. The LRS is taken. Without them, we probably would have been the ones in trouble.
Strata 1. Target acquired. The enemy isn't letting up. There's just no end in sight.
Во. Ад. Сам ты, блядь, ад. Нет, я рай. А10 це бафу.
I gave my men a 15-minute vacation. Sorry, I need a short breather myself. I'll just be stitching on my lost limbs. Should be back before lunch.
Чего?
What did you say?
They're running around like headless
Пришли оторванные ноги. А как он выжил? Ну ладно.
bombers. They're high.
Не,
Altitude
не
8,000.
раз.
Bearing 150.
The enemy's going all out, too.
Олдже. Какой мудак какой-то.
Railgun power supply is... Damn it. Numbers aren't
Паду?
going up.
Нет.
Bypassing the auxiliary condenser.
Но это Мираж.
Damn it.
Ты попал.
This is Menhir 5. We've engaged the enemy reinforcements. We're ready to take it to them.
It's like goddamn
Да.
whack-a-mole out
Ой, они
here.
там летят уже.
Already exhausted.
Grit your teeth and fly. Remember that the fate of the whole war depends on this mission.
А, стоп. Где?
Cards.
A new wave of
О, не высоко.
I didn't think they'd be this effective. They just keep coming.
Что там
Take out all bombers.
Спиннинг говорит до этого? Опять субтитров не было.
Strider, Cyclops, intercept those bombers.
We can see the smoke from here. Did you get those bombers?
Yeah, and single-handedly.
The bird with the 3 lines. It's him.
Поехали.
I shut that stupid alarm clock. Time to bomb Stonehenge. Get back to the Stonehenge.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target eliminated.
Какой там еще кто?
New hostiles bearing 210, number unknown.
More hostiles, fantastic. My score's just gonna keep climbing.
You'll never learn, will you?
That should take care of the reinforcements facing Menhir 5. Get going.
Я восхищаюсь красотой этого самолета. Ну просто. Да. Это схема утка, дополнительные крылышки. Очень нравится.
Strider 3, launching missile.
Такая же схема утка вот у 137 есть.
Bombers and their escorts, bearing 170.
Shit. I wanna go smack them down with those guys below are hanging on by a thread. You want me to choose? Power level is at 80%. Think we should take our shot?
Patience. Don't want to waste everyone's hard work. Let's wait till 100.
I guess you're right. Give the fire control system one last check while we're waiting.
Roger.
Missile.
I didn't think fighters were capable of maneuvering like that. They let me the LRSSG.
More bombers approaching.
Move it!
Enemy rocket unit coming from the southwest, and helo-borne assault from the northeast. They're planning a direct assault on Stonehenge. Stop them. Let's split up. Take whichever way you like. Intercept them now.
Trigger, what the hell are you doing?
Чего?
All enemy bombers have been destroyed. Almost there. This should all be over soon.
А, у меня 3 осталось.
This is one ugly battle, but what a story for my kid.
Он пока ракет у нас очень много.
Cyclops will take the rocket unit.
Roger that.
Это еще кто? Ваурус?
Missile inbound.
Ты, блядь, еще кто? А я тебя мать.
Prepare to fire. They know we're here. So shoot them before they shoot us. How long till you're ready? Once we fire,
Black
that
Duck.
cannon will crumble and the battle will end. Commencing mission. Chopper is on its way to Stonehenge.
We're doing everything we can to fire as quickly as possible. Just buy us some time until then.
Missile.
I'm taking damage, but I'm good to go.
Они на 3 части разваливаются. Те Чихуки. Чихук 47.
Cyclops squadron has eliminated the rocket unit. Keep it up.
Ой,
Helo
117.
unit is down. If they had infiltrated Stonehenge, it would have been
Штурмовики, которые были в Assault Horizon, на то они могут вылетать. Здесь, конечно, нельзя.
Missile inbound. Missile inbound.
Ну, помню, как историю про него, про именно про бомбардировщики вот F-117. Во время войны в Персидском заливе вылетело 1200 штук, И ни одна из этих машин не была сбита, ни одна. А вот и птичка. Кое-что сделаем. Да. Если пригрузить, то все восстановится. Классно, правда? Не эксплойт. Как уничтожить?
Stop the countdown. We've lost the target.
Starting to shut down?
John? This stupid thing is flying in the open.
Survey data isn't updating.
Замеры.
From our spotter.
Экологи.
Those vehicles were Stonehenge's eyes. Without those, I'm sorry.
Don't give up yet, Major. We still have sensors. All right. The oldest sensors in the book. What are you scheming?
They're too unreliable.
That's something.
Занятно.
We can't do any more. Have some batteries for haters around. Carry out our mission.
Come on, damn it! Attention, all personnel! We have a change in the mission. We will now be using direct fire to shoot down the Arsenal bird. Listen, attack the central propellers. If you can destroy them, the Arsenal bird will slow down.
Strider 1, Cyclops 1, air up and attack that propeller. Everyone else, defend Stonehenge from the UAVs.
Wilco, Jaeger, you take the lead.
It's readying its APS.
Система активной защиты.
Propellers are too much for trigger alone.
Damn greyhound, do your friggin' job!
Cap, we need someone who can take down those UAVs. It's up to you.
Trigger, do not foobar this.
Unbelievable. Stonehenge came with honest to goodness range table? Well, isn't that curious?
Guess they knew what they were doing.
This whole operation is crazy.
The central propeller has been disabled.
Well, only a total madman can bring down the Arsenal bird.
Они подставляются под выстрел дрона-то. Я пуляю ракеты, они там все на нее.
Alright, that takes care of the
Самоубийцы.
propellers. Arsenal bird is slowing down.
I knew my faith was well placed, Trigger.
Cyclops 3 missile incoming. Look out!
I've been hit. I have to check.
Overcast, send a request for rescue.
На самом деле этот шифтовальщик не выпрыгивает, он просто исчезает. Я проверял.
Give me a second. It's been a while since I've used something this archaic. Does the angle on this table account for wind and Coriolis force?
Что за сила Кориолиса?
Flag from here. Not much wind. Rest is just instinct.
Arsenal bird propeller destroyed. Cyclops 4 has been hit. Are you alright?
I'm fine. We can't lose any more allies.
Not at all. She sailed too hard and you did. Get back to base.
So over.
Power level is at 100%.
We've done our part. Stonehenge, shoot.
Understood. Begin final countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Adjusting angle.
3, 2, 1. mission success. Lehman, this victory belongs to you. That was a good lesson on the importance of manual control.
Today's MVPs are the LRSSG. I'll say, especially those two lead birds. They're the Ocean Big Shots. We can win if we follow them. The Ocean Big Shots?
You mean the Ocean Big Shot?
Looks like we're on the offensive now. The enemy's defensive range dropped along with that arsenal bird.
That just means more pie for us. Are we gonna eat the whole thing? The brass is always hungry for more. They've got a bottomless appetite. But enough about that. Get some rest now before the counterattack.
Yeah, we got our hands dirty for nothing. The guys were babbling about a three-line marking. Look into that for me.
Attention, all defensive and air support teams. In order to get up and running, what I need most from you is time. As long as you can provide me that.
That was Major Deanna McConey. I'm Warrant Officer Lehman, the specialist. Operation to destroy the arsenal bird.
Нет слов, одни эмоции.
The mission succeeded, but at a great cost. This victory marks a strategic turning point. The enemy has only one arsenal bird left, and the defensive grid around the space elevator has been decimated. We can expect a counteroffensive by Ocean forces everywhere.
Я Салько.
I was born downtown, in our capital. When I recall my homeland, my thoughts are filled with the sights and sounds of the city. But home means something different to each and every one of us. Therefore, I've decided to visit every place where our citizens call home. The Kingdom of Erusia is a land of diversity. Each region has its own unique and special culture.
Ooh.
The destruction of one of their arsenal birds has significantly reduced the scale of Erusia's air defense network. Ocean forces have moved into the areas where we gained air superiority and freed over half of the Eusian continent. However, Erusia is feeling the pressure and is reacting by attempting to activate the ballistic missile base in the suburbs of Sierra Plata. For the past 72 hours, they've put their resources and people into action and have already entered the final stages of a launch. The missile silo is deep underground. To destroy it, we'll need a bomber to drop a huge deep penetration bomb in a precise place. Unfortunately, that airspace is thick with clouds at the moment, so it'll be difficult for a bomber to hit the target accurately. Normally, we'd wait for the weather to clear, but with the situation being what it is, we don't have that option. So, we will be the bomber's eyes and find the missile silo. You'll all be equipped with targeting pods instead of special weapons. We need you to fly at low altitude, visually identify which silo they're activating, then acquire it with your targeting pod. Once you press the firing switch, the bombers will drop their payload based on the location data provided by the targeting pod. You will need to keep the silo in the center of your sight until the bomb hits its target, or else it will miss entirely. It takes a high level of airmanship to properly guide these bombs to their targets while flying in place. Naturally, we assume the enemy has positioned anti-air artillery and aircraft in the area of operations, so stay alert. Additionally, we suffered human and material losses in the last battle. The Cyclops Squadron will sit this one out. Trigger, it's up to you to make this work with just Strider Squadron.
Сьерра Плата. Сьерра. Специально к лесу. Ага. Ну шо ж. Шенген можно взять. Что, переменный цикл? Кого? Ой, все на ракеты стоит. С чего бы это? Ричбеки. Фу.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Arusia only has 5 IRBM
Что,
silos in total.
блядь?
Therefore, the enemy's made a number of fake silos to try and throw our bombers off the scent. Did you say fake? They're painted to look like the real thing from the sky.
Мне, короче,
Can't tell the difference.
блядь, что это такое, нахуй? Подожди. Я сейчас сделаю скрин и тебе в ВК отправлю. Это, блядь, что? Пить, what the fuck? Это, блядь, что, нахуй? Подожди. Это, что это? Ты кто вообще? Подожди, это не Щербаков, подожди. Ты кто? Вот, держи фото. Что? Подожди. Стоп, нет, такого быть не может. Подожди, этого быть не может. Подожди. На И. Еще на И. 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 Нет. Нет, это не он. Ну ладно. Ты кто вообще, блядь? Серж Шестаков. Понятно. Я знаю этого чела. Короче, это тот чел, у кого 38 аккаунтов и все такое. Не ври. Я ему написал, не ври. Блять, что? Он реально, блядь, человек странный, я, блядь, про него тут еще кое-что в беседе. Сейчас. Сейчас. Кир. Сейчас. Кова. Блять, он даже моей рожи не видел. Если, блять, увидит, он, блять, такой, о, нет, все, иди ты нахуй. Ну, я не знаю, но нет, я ему не покажу себя. Да и никому не покажу. Ну, кроме тех, кому я очень доверяю. Так, я включу интернет, как мне кажется, у меня консоль шумит. Ой, запнулся провод. Чё за... Чё тут опять? Подожди. Ну, да, я пусть, но он про меня ничего не знает. Я ему про себя не рассказывал. Какого черта? Чего? Ладно. Просто я это сообщение еще в беседу отправил. Одну, ну это просто все, она не активна, конечно. Короче, сейчас покажу. Сейчас. Что за хуйня? Держи. Ему, блядь, 23! Нахер! Это... Короче... Арик. Арика ты знаешь. Да, я тебе рассказывал про него и все такое, да. Очень давно, в 2020 летом, у него был парень по имени Андрей. Ему было 24. Потом он, конечно, помер. Один причина смерти, что что-то там чем-то придавило, не знаю где, как, я просто не помню уже. И, блядь, это, конечно, не Андрей, я не знаю, блядь, его настоящее имя, у него, блядь, дохуя страницу. Я, блядь, реально не знаю, кто он, нахуй. И, блядь, что? Вот бегает по комнате и кричит. Этот при меня прямо сейчас. Бегаю и кричу. Пиздец. Просто, блядь. Он меня наебывает, он, блядь, хочет из меня какую-то инфу вытащить, блядь, хочет, чтобы он про меня... Хочет, чтобы я про себя ему что-то рассказал. А хуй ему, я ему, блядь, нихуя не скажу. Я могу, конечно, сейчас в ЧС скинуть, но мне, блядь, интересно, что будет. Он, блядь, ты его еще увидишь, что это, блядь, такое, нахуй. Бля, удаляй его нахуй. Удаляй. Ебать. Нет. Бля. Он ее час назад поставил. Бля. Я вот написал, с какого перепуга ты влюбился в меня, и он не читает. Ну и пусть не читает. Это не смешно! Мне не нравится это! Не надо сейчас шутить. Это не смешные шутки. Шутки не смешные. Фе. Он же ведь... Кто... Он же мне это написал полчаса назад. Блять. Ладно, я сейчас приду по-быстрому и снова продолжим. А ты пока чайник включи. Так, я здесь, а он ничего не ответил, и хорошо, все. Возвращаемся в YouTube. Да, я вентилятор включил. Чтоб с консоли охлаждалось. Папа, быстрее. Гречка. Хоти дальше. Ха-ха. Так, сейчас подожди, чат открою. Так, все, я здесь. Ой, чуть не то гору попало, все нормально.
Brought down that arsenal bird. We got the bombs. You do the terminal guidance.
In order to use the targeting pods, you'll need to change weapons first. Try to align the missile silo with a circle in the center of your HUD. When you're lined up, hit the firing switch and the bomb will drop. You're gonna need to keep the silo aligned until the bomb hits.
О как.
The enemy set up anti-air
Да.
weapons in multiple locations.
We need to work together to take them down. It's a big base.
that silo until the payload is delivered.
Bunker buster hit its mark. Time for fireworks.
Destruction of first missile silo confirmed.
The IRBM is aimed at the OT's garrison. Those lives are at stake. We have no time.
It completely lost it.
Let's end this madness.
Dropping another bunker buster will take some time. Aim carefully. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Your bomber is right on target. We need to take down the craft guiding the strike. Bunker buster away.
Look, there's fire shooting up from the ground.
Missile silo destroyed. That makes 2. No launch signs yet.
We might be able to pull this off. Let's keep it up and get the rest of these silos.
Strider 1, target destroyed. Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in. They don't appear to be going after our bomber. Take them out if they interfere with our mission.
Enemy on your tail.
Enemy has a lock. We did it.
Missile.
That takes care of that. Nice work.
Missile. Missile.
This is a serious mission. Was it Wiseman who gave Strider 2 to count? Formation changes every mission. Sure, he has a reason. I'll believe that when I see it. I'm just glad he won't be there to chew my ear off.
Missile. Missile.
Missile silo destroyed.
Where do we look next?
Missile.
I'm getting tired of looking for these silos. Let's go have a little fun, alright? The sky feels great today. As a Cyclops, I felt like a bird in a cage. Once this mission's over, I guess we'll be
Ouais.
back under the company commander's thumb again. What a pain in the ass.
Strider 1, target destroyed. Target acquired.
Wake up! I'm coming your way!
Breaking hostile lock.
Trigger, bomb has been dropped.
Quick.
Missile.
Caution! Enemy has a lock!
Missile. 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 Missile.
They got a beat on you. Breaking out of lock.
Caution. Missile. Missile.
Target confirmed. Dropping the bomb now.
Missile.
Must have been a decoy. No fire or explosions on the ground.
Decoy.
Target destroyed.
Missile.
This is Graham 7, Clark 2. This is Graham 7. Attack failed.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Attack miss!
Strider 1, missile launched. All enemy aircraft confirmed destroyed.
Do we have time for the silos?
Remaining. Warning, enemy has a beat on you. Trigger, bomb has been dropped.
Right on the money.
Hit, target destroyed.
The fewer there are, the harder they are to find. Good luck.
Strider 1, bandit destroyed. There's only one silo remaining.
I'm like a wolf that's been let off its leash. These guys won't know what hit him. I thought you were a bird free from its cage.
Тебе нравится самолет? Такой прям футуристичный, да? Где ты видел, чтобы двигатели вот так вот были, вот так на друг друге? Нигде. И чтобы вот так вот менялись. Где ты такое видел? Я считаю, нигде. И крылья еще такие вот их кончики едут вниз. Ну то, что вот эти вот опускаются, это в принципе нормально. Это нормально. Сейчас тут меня сдувает. О, у меня все равно получилось.
Alert! We've detected an IRBM launch. Confirmed signature on our radar. Launch site is this dam.
Плотина?
Not from the silos?
Вейв, да?
We still have a
Да
chance.
хорошо спрятали.
Shoot it
Оптимист.
down before it reaches critical altitude. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Confirm signature on our radar. Warning. Confirm another launch. Take it out.
Missile. 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 Missile.
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed. Additional launch confirmed. Incoming.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Enemy is locked on. Breaking.
Missile away. The target will soon reach critical altitude. All of the missiles have been destroyed.
That was cutting it pretty close. I was starting to get a little nervous.
You're telling me. You had it flooding up here, and there wasn't even anything we could do about it. Glad we were part
Reach
of
for
the
the
operation.
stars.
That went about as expected.
Be sure to include in the report how much
ass I kicked while off the company commander's leash. Roger that, and I'll be sure
Ну, только скоростью они вот так вот спрягаются. Она... Обычно они так... Опа. Распрягаются.
Arusia only has 5 IRBM silos in total. Therefore, the enemy's...
Фоксхаунд. Один из быстрых самолетов в мире. Да.
We have successfully prevented an enemy ballistic missile attack. Strider Squadron, you did very well without your unit commander. We are now preparing for the final stage of our long-range operation, seizing the capital.
Чё, ну это фига. Ой, ё-моё.
With the loss of an arsenal bird, followed by the destruction of their ballistic missile base, Erusia is running out of ways to counter. This is a great opportunity for the Osean army to bolster our power to eventually take down the Erusian capital of Farbanti. The special long-range strategy is entering its final phase. Our objective is to attack and capture the Erusian Air Force Base in Cape Rainier, northern Erusia. This important base is at the forefront of our strategy to establish control of Farbanti. Under the cover of night, our plan is that all squadrons will invade from the valley to the south and mount an air assault on the area. The enemy's observation field has eyes on the skies above the valley, so your altitude will need to be restricted. If you go over a certain altitude, the enemy could spot you, ending the mission in failure. Keep that in mind. Once you arrive, you are to take out the enemy's air defense forces as soon as possible and prepare for the support squadrons. When the air defense forces are neutralized, the helicopter squadron should arrive carrying Marines. The plan is to take control of the base. Getting through the valley is only half the job.
Не было. Элементы.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Дракоша, Тоша, большой сборник летних серий, прямая трансляция. Почему это у меня здесь? Обзор билда 258, стал картин Чернобыля.
Beginning nighttime aerial refueling process. Be careful of reduced visibility. 1,500 meters to tanker. 500 meters. You have
Ой,
permission to access
перегнал.
refueling tanker. Refueling aborted. Go around and prepare to re-engage.
Нормально.
Excellent work, Trigger. Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Asmus 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly? Get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men. Everyone here is already signed their
Все уже составили совещание.
funny.
Да нормально, смешно.
Everyone's gonna have jokes.
Вообще не шутить.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Заткнись уже.
Take on the final mission. I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. And the best thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Caution. Pull up. 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 Caution. 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 Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Мать твою за ногу, последь. Да иди ты нахер. Я уже здесь прям.
Lost the element of surprise.
Ну и похуй. Че я прям здесь, блядь, был, сука. Последний, блядь, лазер. Но зато ты здесь. И еще раз.
No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Aslan's 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly? We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men. Everyone here's already signed their wills. That ain't funny. Never was good at jokes. Okay, follow you in.
Ставили совещание.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
Pull up.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you with our bounty.
Pull up.
Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself.
Pull up.
The best thing about Strider Squadron is that our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
Caution.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
You just passed through waypoint 4. Radio silence has been lifted. You're almost at the base.
We made it. That was quite the roller coaster ride. Visual confirmation on the airbase.
Вот, Т-130.
Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off they'll be. Hurry up. Finish them off.
All right, let's give them a beating.
All enemy fighters down.
I feel their pain, I really do. But this is war. Enemy start attacking! Where the hell did they come from? They took out our leader's bird! Hurry or they'll roast us on the ground! Fire up the searchlights! I can't see where the enemies are coming from!
It looks like the enemy's air defenses are online. Guess they finally decided to wake up. Keep up the attack. The sooner we finish this thing, the better. Okay, that takes care of
take care of them for us.
Target eliminated. Great work.
Okay, that attack just took out the enemies on the front line. The way ahead is cleared up. You have our scent.
Give me a damage report. We've suffered heavy losses. This is more than a surprise attack.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in.
We've confirmed at least one leader. It's the one with the 3 scratches.
Let's fly.
We still got 3 enemy fighters left. It's not over yet.
Emergency! See the enemy reinforcements? They're stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. We need support. Into the fire.
О, не попал.
Ambush, stay cool. Reform the ranks. Lancaster, requesting close air support.
Strider squadron, enemy reinforcements. Get some goddamn support there now.
The enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
2 remaining. Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
We're pushing the enemy on their heels.
Okay, start running on the count of 3. Great. I get to finally send my boys in to ring the doorbell. There's still quite a few enemies holed up in there. However, we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault. If anyone resists, kill them. Contact! 2 o'clock! Go! Go! Fire!
Tear down that barricade.
How'd it go? This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions.
Glad the pizza was on time. Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished.
All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza.
Looks like they can shred those wills.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. Move to the flight control.
Roger that.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is clear. You have permission to land. The party is on as soon as you get here. Reduce your speed. 3,000 meters to the runway. 1,500 meters to the runway. Right on the money, Strider 1. Strider 1 has landed. Let's go and greet him.
Strider 1, you have passed through...
F-15E Strike Eagle. Усовершенствовать завес двухместного истребителя пунктировщика F-15. Получивший название Strike Eagle. Надежда самолет обладает необходимым тяжелым вооружением, чем обыкновенно. F-15C и это F-15E.
Excellent work on the night raid. Submarines have arrived from the Ocean mainland and are refueling. This base will serve as a frontline platform for our mission to take Farbanti. We're almost at the end of this operation.
Yeah, let's go.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down. The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly, so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
Битва за Фарбанти.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack
Кстати, этот дебил прочитал, но ничего не стал отвечать. Ну, похер. Сейчас я тупо удалю вот этот видеолог сегодняшний и забуду про него. Всё. Профит.
By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Думаю, снова с ФА взять, так как... Или...
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged the Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those
Был
three
бы у меня лазер,
locations.
то бы все бы
This'll
так
end the war.
приподнялось бы все.
It's time. Commence the operation. Our
Я
friends are
знал, там
waiting.
в оружии изменяется.
As your company commander,
Ракеты и фаер, вот как вот мне сейчас.
championship belt. Bring pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go like there, run up the score a little bit. Just to
Ну что ж,
show
у
you
меня
guys
бомба.
how it's done.
Значит,
Trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Missile.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They could use some air support. Strider 1, turn lines to the north. And that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital. Half the enemy's already down. That LRSSG is really something.
Strider 1,
Countess back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you in there, partner.
Cute. Ah, it's really funny.
Roger, the park will be secured. The Ocean Big Shot is cleared away.
I know the beat.
enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for two separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in two and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, aim for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Hold your ground.
Полтерграунд. Что за...
Missile away, bon voyage.
Missile.
А, да, то есть как когда сюда упал астероид, самый, блядь, огромный, сука. За это вообще пошло по пизде.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Хотя некоторые здания тут рушатся. Да, сейчас вот. Вот это вот. Опа.
They're after me. I need cover.
А он и флот.
Enemy vessel, fire! Enemy striking back with every
World of Warships, но это из комнат.
The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Ва,
Let's go. Ocean.
Roger.
прям.
Fox 2.
Он живой. Господи. Ну зато я его оставил без всего. Он просто без рук и все.
Target hit.
Давай, конечно,
Send the
господи.
enemy forces to their watery graves.
Жестоко. Похер. Вот это крузер. Так как у них ракеты. Да и у тех тоже оно есть.
Vessel confirmed sunk.
А кто тех сбил? Кто тебе потонул?
Everyone's requesting backup. It'll take forever to get here.
А Егис.
Strider 1, missile launched. Strider 1, bandit on your tail.
Strider 1, missile inbound.
Да вы еще кто? 29. Первого.
Strider 1, bandit splashed.
Keep attacking. Sink the enemy and it's over.
Strider 1, target destroyed. Strider 1, locked on target.
Да.
Tank units, advance! Fox 2.
Enemy vessel destroyed.
Steer clear of the fucking allied ships. Just how many?
Дождик садится.
Your
Ау.
Strider 3 launching missile. What do you mean, retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing.
I don't like the look of things. They're relentless.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces from the enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses. Roger that.
The enemy has let up. Hopefully it stays that way for a while.
Вот эта штука снизу. Да опа, опа, опа.
The enemy is desperately trying to stop our advance. This is going to be tougher than we thought.
О, вот он.
That area is all yours, Strider. We'll back up one squadron at the Silver Bridge.
Strider 1, target destroyed. Missile away.
Our forces are neutralized.
Strider 1, falls away.
Our tanks and combat vehicles are knocked out. They mostly fall into the enemy's air support. No use.
It's no use, там кто-то сказал.
Bandit behind you. Strider 1, enemy gun destroyed.
Вот 137. Давай. Конечно сбили, а что еще?
Strider 1, missile inbound.
Да. Я тебе потом скину. Она у меня тоже сохранена. Смотри. Да, она у меня сохранена.
Lancaster, this is Base 1. We'll handle the rest.
Говорю,
Move on to assist other units.
композиторы просто у них, собственно, композиторы, которые вот, Ace Combat, ну, треки для Ace Combat, у них они всегда охеренные. Из всех игр треки все просто на высоте. Кейки, Кабаяши и там, да, они молодцы. Давай. Да ты мудила. А какой там вражеский флот разговаривает? Типа, я все вещи уничтожил. Ну ладно. Что вы тут делаете? О, ё-моё.
Why didn't that hit?
Тут я думаю лучше перейти на ракеты сейчас вот. Сменить. Правда у меня все стоит на фойе, там, ну и ладно. Скинули на людей. Ха-ха-ха-ха. Нет, они даже в субтитрах было все. Говорит аист.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check.
На закате этот красный такой прям. Вау. Пропустим. Ну, ТЛС, в принципе, можно.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear.
This is the start. There are small boats
Wow.
hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
There's something we can do.
Don't let down your guard. The enemy will fight the very end.
They got a lock on you, Strider 1.
Давай возьмем такой мощный. Нихера там их. Беспечность, гордость, высокомерие, осторожнее.
Unload every last round of ammo you've got. You can't let them get past us.
Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Emergent Army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood. Understood.
All right.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Requesting fire for raid. Coordinates 2294-5002. Targeted enemy MBC formation. Fire for effect with your strongest round.
You did really well out there, which is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Bracketing is inflating fire for effect. Roger. Firing data.
Серпент.
37, LA-237. Prepare to volley. Fire.
От серпента ничего не осталось. Да.
We've got flies buzzing around our heads. Don't take your eyes off them. The harder the battle, the less likely it goes according to plan. And impact. Tucker 2-4. Don't leave me on our eardrums next time. Thanks for the fire support.
Sorry, but I won't be pushed.
Опять говорит несуществующий русский флот. Или это где-то там стоят в гавани, или где-то там. Так, теперь у нас те вот. Дохера истребителей и все. Ну нормально, все, нигде не осталось вообще. Те добираются. Куда еще наземные есть, это говорят. А ты знаешь при помощью GPS. Окей. Не достает.
3 minutes remaining.
3 минуты.
We spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Enemy coming. Continuing attack, Trigger.
About time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down and move on to the next.
Locked on. This one's a goner.
Дата 10 здесь есть. Ну. Помашите им. Да. You're so funny.
Now open this guy up.
Fatigue is starting to set in. Maintain your composure. We're almost through this. Those two squadrons that just flew overhead are front.
2 minutes remaining.
Ау.
Taking fire.
Нифига себе. 44. Чего он там в меня?
Missile did not connect.
I've got a sitting duck here.
Ой, там нужна снова бомба.
Lock on. Good night.
Traffic flare deployed.
Время подошло, видимо, ладно, сейчас подключу инет и подключу мобильный. Послушаю. Моей мамы и так дома нет, поэтому... Да.
Don't let him any closer. Strider 1.
Да. А, там, кстати, когда открываешь шасси, вот эта вот штука, она убирается. Вот это снизу, которая была. Тут ее нет сейчас. Вот сейчас вот взлечу. Да. О, ее нету. А вот сейчас появится. Вот она. Опа. Чтоб рулежка была лучше. Вот Управление рывком. Ха! Метал Соника, что ли? Нео, точнее. Или ты про... Что? Ого, тут... Аегис офшор. Ну, от этого ничего не осталось. Говорили, срочный ремонт, но что-то какого-то ремонта не происходит. Наебали. Ха-ха. Возможно, это его самолет. Кто знает. Профаль. Или он одолжил Сильверу. Ой-ё.
What's going on here? I don't know.
Да.
We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order.
Первым собью этих дебилов. Солнце 2. А Солнце 1 это Сильвер. Да. А, ну ладно. Минус 1. Офлайн.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Ну.
Don't turn your back on him. Damn, Slackies fly like champions.
Mr. X is eating the Ocean forces.
No. Who are these guys?
Были бы у меня ракеты, то лучше.
Bandit has a lock.
Even the escorts are seasoned. It was some soon after. That's the last we heard from them.
Not long before our forces surrounded.
Seymour, your plane is headed. Eject.
Forgive me. Good luck.
Machine gun range. Missile did not connect.
Ты что делаешь?
Yes, I'm talking about them.
Cyclops, Strider, stop Mr. X.
I have a lock.
Missile launched.
Cyclops 3, I'm in it. I gotta eject.
Take them out one by one. Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry. He's gonna make it. Listen, Trigger. Real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X. What? Alright, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride.
Target is hit.
Nice. Fine. Give him one more. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? have it.
Strider 1, locked on target. Target is hit. Fox 2.
Где вы, блядь, летаете? На тебе бомбу. Может, зацеплю. Чтобы весело на мой следующий визит, под конец празднику жизни.
Wiseman, missile closing! Missile, I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops Wiseman! Eject already, Wiseman! I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded. Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here.
Cyclops 2, you've got the lead.
Wiseman! Shit!
Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead.
I can't do it. Trigger should take command.
Duty is yours.
That's impossible.
Do it.
Попал.
Damn it! Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Wilco count.
Damn, I can't seem to find an opening.
Missile evaded.
Что за...
Strider 1, target acquired.
То стрим по жопе пошел, то игра по жопе идет. Попал.
That will finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. You're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off. What is it? Respond. My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn
timed
it.
out.
What was that? I've lost radar contact. Watch out.
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Brabante's now under OCN control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
Caution alert.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first.
Оффлайн.
Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Такая тишина прям, блядь, вообще. Да, давай, давай. Надеюсь, отвечу. Такая тишина, блядь, вообще прям. Ты какой там шум. Так, не песни. Чего? Samsung. Цвет золотистый. Честно, без разницы. У меня сейчас открыто и все. У него ГМ. Спит. Без разницы. Хоть так, хоть сяк, мне пофиг. У меня стоят, но это не моя прихоть. PS4 другой нету. Ну PS3 еще есть, но я в нее редко играю. Хотя до PS4 я постоянно в PS3 играл, то что другой не было. Это какой-то социальный тест, что ли? Ладно. Что-то знакомое, правда? Мне нравится окрас. Синий и белый. Класс. И черный. Что? Что это такое МСТМ? Нужно наводиться на воздушные и на наземные цели. Вот. X108? Ну вот они мы полетим.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
Прям как у Metal Соника, да? Только синего должно быть больше. Хм. Потом увидишь. Неужто ты арт рисуешь? Ха-ха.
To the unidentified Ocean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Ocean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
Ладно, молчу.
Airborne warning
Молчу,
control
молчу.
system for the Ocean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
Для чего это самолет этого Metal Соника? Нео Metal Соника. Как цвета те же, что и на нем.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify
Да и
flight
выглядит
result.
так футуристично прям.
The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Это наш,
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
не наш.
Something
Наш.
used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law, gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
Следующий.
It's Ocean Forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Нифига себе. Ну,
That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you. Understood. Locked on, bandit.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns
Наши.
along the route.
You were the ones with the radio. We don't know our location.
Оружейцы, но они мирные?
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal. It's Erusian.
They're responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen.
Консерваторы! Я тоже консерватор! Это наши! Класс! Консерваторы вперед, либералы нахуй! И радикалы тоже нахер! Консерваторы топ!
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway, the next ramp.
А чё? Я думал, и ты консерватор тоже. Чего это как какие-то глазки выглядят? Кто вы? Вы хорошие. Типа беспилотники.
Target eliminated.
Wait. General managed to convince them.
Those that protect General Lafarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Target acquired.
I'm taking damage.
Что?
Good to go.
There's a vehicle up ahead. It's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle. We'll go. Let's go. missile away. Bon voyage. Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you. We got out of paying that toll.
This is AWACS Argus. Those who can hear us are our allies.
Argus.
Your new orders are to dispose of Eduard Labarth. The Ocean Army officer with him is an imposter.
Imposter! When imposter is sucks! Бану.
I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belgians.
Опять белканцы что-то творит.
Performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest
А, те
dreams.
самые
They were
белки.
incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belgian technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years.
Реально вот это, я думаю, вот это
Base pilot to create drone AI.
самолет Metal Соника. Так как Нео Metal Соник. И цвета ведь те же, да, что такое. Самолетом должны управлять люди. Да.
Rendezvous point at the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians. Strider 1, missile launched. Target acquired.
You guys have opened the trial to war, leading our country even further into ruin.
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a pass lately. Thanks. Would have been toast.
How are we supposed to tell the difference? There are enemies everywhere.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere to save the commander?
Ой. А, я ладно, тут.
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Law Force has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit?
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
Yeah, ever since my previous squadron.
У него радио в кабине. Изоляция обмотал, красиво и надежно. Значит, изолента синяя.
An armored vehicle's behind us. By the Erusian forces. Take it out.
Сейчас, подожди, а чем такие быстрые?
Taking fire. Take care of them.
Подожди.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
If a drone is acting suspiciously, shoot it down.
Missile.
Watch over the future with ultra high heavens.
Missile. Missile.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood. System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces.
Так это рождеский диктор.
Units turning on their former allies.
Эксман. Ты кто? Там, тарам.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit.
Куда ты палишь, вверх? Там нет никого. Дебил. И как, например, обман системы распознавания? Ой, походу эффективно, который главное в горах. О! Не моя вина. Меня наебали. Хочу пролететь в тоннеле. Думаю, для меня это будет стоить многого. Но если лететь медленно... Стрелять, стрелять, стрелять. Так, вот так, вот так. Жмем тормоз, тормоз, тормоз. Теперь вправо. Здрасте, встречаю вас с Новым годом. Маленький чувак вроде меня хотят ситуацию под контролем. Я же говорю, консерваторы топ, они меры хотят. Радикалы нет. Беспилотники свои какие-то. Тан-дан-таран-тан-тан-таран. Резкий новостной канал. Энк. Тихонько мы его разжмем. Тан-тан-тан. Да.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, there's a girl on board? He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No, unless she's a soldier.
Да.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight. Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandmother told me about. The scratches. There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
They could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
Это ИФ-23. Те самые, у которых грустные рожи или уставшие рожи сзади, вот, которые. Куда?
Don't miss. Aim carefully. Nine. No good. Target acquired.
They're in my way.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Главное этих не сбить. Левых. Фига тебя не такие хорошие.
Nice kill.
Good work. All
А эти
hostile
чё
aircraft
разлетелись,
eliminated.
дебилы?
The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, OC craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
Фейковые F-18.
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
То есть если так подумать.
Weapons free. We're cleared to attack the escort.
Аэроморфия,
Welcome.
типа, значит, все самолеты это как дроны. Типа ими никто не управляет, они сами по себе и как здесь.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
Вау, как классно разлетелись.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing. Bitch. Enemy on your back.
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Almost out of special weaponry.
Ха. Да вы...
Target locked.
Target is down. Chapter first completed.
Behind the enemy.
Ну нахера ты юзаешь
Lock on you.
помехи? Я, кажется, называл проблесковыми маячками, блядь. Ну как? Какое первое слово придумал?
5 bandits remaining.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
4 bandits left.
Автономный режим.
Three bandits to go. 2 bandits left. Show them what you got. 1 bandit to go.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated.
Ну,
Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay.
да.
TV.
Да.
Mission complete.
Что может быть?
All hostiles, huh?
Но я думаю, моя версия более правдива. Так как там никто не рисовал по типу такого.
Approaching Ocean aircraft. Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake. Were you sent by the general staff? No.
Ой.
I can't.
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Про меня говорит.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
Long range air to ground missile. Long range. Лагом?
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
Командир рыдает. Бедняга.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Ocean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Ocean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military.
Он упал.
I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess?
Pew pew pom pom.
After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio.
It still works! I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness. Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Forbantes, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting a zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Носферату. Да нормально, просто серьезно такое было. Все, заговорили. Танки БТР.
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3,
Unknown.
firepower to assist you. You're on your
intel is on the Ocean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple boats inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete. Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on
Блять.
the run. You're on the run? We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
О, две электропушки.
Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
Тут и радикалы тоже есть.
More people shooting at him.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Shit.
If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
И консерваторы тоже. Блять, не попал.
Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point. I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly. More over here. The bodies of the civilians. Party strikes. Look at that, they're all lined up.
И радикалы.
No, they're not combatants.
Что тут, блять, за чёрт?
I can guess what happened here. Really don't want to think.
Блять, успели дрон выпустить. Да. А, я попал. Охрани... Чего? Детей. Вот. Да.
Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
Ты охерел.
Allied retreat looks good.
Попал. А вы кто? Вы мирные? Нет, вы консерваторы. Ау. Я вижу 12 трупов. Обоссанные белканцы.
Understood. Firing railgun.
Да ты заебал. Иди нахер отсюда. Вы кто? Хватит ныть. Да. А, я опять долбанулся. 68. А! Ладно, хорошо, не попал. Да мы уже в аду.
Max Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Confirmed. The info is from an allied AWAC. Hold your fire. Roger. Where we supposed to be leaving? Who's to be followed?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Use cameras to track all supply ships. Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. I think we're done for.
Target acquired.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
Фух. 61. Автономная система пожаров все не работает. До 50 с 50 спрашивают.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile. Understood.
Да. Ой, как много там. Полетели. Полетели за ними. Давай.
Cyclops 3, stop fluttering about and stay glued to my ass. I've heard that line before. Damn it. In this crazy mess, I've got plenty to pay attention to other than your dirty ass.
Да.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Escort fighters, we're counting on you.
Visual. Like an eagle.
Granny's locked on.
Strider 1, firing railgun.
Консерваторы.
Trigger, splash the bed.
Our air support is taking out most of the Erusian forces.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time. Launch control. Roger that.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Нормально.
Starting to fire blindly at us. You can see they're getting desperate.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me?
Болван.
I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? You can call me the Scrap Queen.
Longcaster. She's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
That voice. So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. So share it if you can help those refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now. All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I'd do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she...
Use the smoke canister, and he was taking this to the enemy's doorstep, not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here,
Кассета, красава.
Lancaster, we confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Yeah.
Fox 2. Target acquired.
Nice job! The enemy tanks are close. I don't think I can even do anything with that crap.
Excellent.
Everyone knows it. No other reason.
Почему так крипово? Аврил и Роза.
That took care of them. No civilian casualties. Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Beginning chemical countdown. Pressure stable. Cooling system is on.
Lancaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it. All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
If we let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it. Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other
Зачем
one down.
идиот собьем здесь?
Supply ship's in the clouds. We can't find it.
We've recalculated the remaining time.
А!
If we're too close, we'll get caught up in the explosion.
Меня молния ебанула.
90 seconds to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose them.
Victory is ours as long as the supply ship gets away.
Попаду ли? Нет, я не попаду. Я не вижу его. Что дрожит?
60 seconds remain.
Operation fails. We have failed everyone who helped.
Don't overshoot.
30 seconds remain. Don't give up.
My bird can't take much more of this. Off the payload can deliver to the arsenal.
Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. This thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
Были бы у нас
We're gonna
окна.
find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
Ой,
That's why I
ёпта.
like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. What? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Ocean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete. Update us on Tyler Island.
Thank God. Could be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety. Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side. Do me a favor, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
If you see three strikes, count the three, and the enemy's gone.
The last vehicle is destroyed. Let's get out of here.
On the front line. Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone! Hostile or
здесь?
friendly! There's more over here. The bodies of the civilians. I don't think they were part of the fight. Get that, they're all lined up. No, they're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I think guess what happened here. We really don't want to take it. I just got the photograph. We'll head back in. Give us another 30 minutes.
Okay, Commander.
The men say they want to investigate the kills in the proper area. That was Russian bastards.
Нет, да, нет.
Take photos for evidence.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here?
It's all crazy.
Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Send in the tanks!
Allied retreat looks good.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Hold them at bay until operation feeding time. Move them away from the mass driver.
More damage. Get out there and do something!
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass.
Нет, еще не здесь.
My ship is a munitions depot. It's highly combustible. We only need an hour tops. We need the advantage to put the enemy down.
I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. Space Force nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved in Delta. Go with us! Can you see the enemy APC from there? In the landing craft! Many thanks, Longcaster. We didn't have to leave our place to die.
Understood. Firing railgun. UAV is down. Halifax Lancaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! I confirm. The info is from an allied AWAC. Hold your fire! Roger. What are we supposed to believe? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't pivot your back to the supply ship. I think we're done for.
Target acquired.
Trigger has destroyed the target. I hope the rebels and the main army kept quiet. Our only allies are Russian government forces. Don't mistake for the rebels.
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need
Тут
to
вот нет,
ID the
нет,
bogies.
да.
Take them down if they're hostile. Understood. Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Cyclops 3, stop fluttering about and stay glued to my ass.
I've heard that line before.
Damn it. In this crazy mess, I've got plenty to pay attention to other than your dirty ass.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Escort fighters, we're counting on you.
Visual.
Like an eagle.
Grenade locked on.
Strider 1, firing railgun.
Trigger has splashed a bandit.
Our captain force taking out most of the Erusian forces.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all. Control, this is Flight Leader. All systems ready. We're go for launch. Launch control. The enemy equipment is in full launch readiness.
Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time.
Launch control. Roger that.
Take that and miss.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Right now.
They're starting to fire blindly at us. You can see they're getting desperate.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? Call me the Scrap Queen.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
Да. А я тут ем сосиску с горчицей. Я быстро. Ой. Как же какое-то жидкое стало. Раньше густая была, какая-то жидкая вся. Но все равно мне нравится. Сейчас я уже даем. Да, все они не жидкие, теперь я, ну, почти не жидкая. Фух. Так, остренько, хорошо. Всё. Продолжаем. Мирок. Stardust.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the refugees. However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress. Can't say I blame him. Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
We found a boat, then sailed away from the island. We had to. We didn't belong there. The new guy's name was George. I noticed when the anarchist said his name, he said it with a thick Belkan accent. How did you know that he was from Belka?
Well, both my parents were from Belka, so...
You never told me that. They say that Belkans are known for their conspiracies.
That's just a stereotype. Now, I simply stated my honest opinion and was thrown in jail for it.
Высказал свое мнение, попал в тюрьму. О, в Америке так. Да и у нас, возможно, тоже.
That was a dumbass stunt she pulled back there, but it got us on this boat. Take a look at that. This ship is heading for a single rope that's hanging down from the sky. Do you know how far the end of that rope reaches?
Outer space.
No. It is a direct connection to the very potential of mankind itself. Or at least it was until war erupted.
Типа там в космосе, по-вашему, кто-то есть? Ну...
It's my strong belief.
Да.
The rope might be connected to a very distant, faraway source of great conflict and strife. Even long before the war, the whole world started falling apart once Harling began trying to build it. I often wonder what was going through Harling's mind when he was trying to destroy the very thing that so many people were sacrificed in order to create.
Sacrificed? What do you mean?
Have you seen all of those countless old space shuttles on Tyler Island that are no longer in use?
Yeah. I always thought of them as a good source of scrap. They're an obsolete technology that was abandoned during the construction of the space elevator. Which would mean that if the space elevator was destroyed, it would be that much harder for mankind to reach the stars. Until we find another way.
But even then, Harling still went ahead and tried to destroy it. At the cost of his own life.
That's not the way I heard it. What I heard was that he sacrificed himself to protect the tower from an incoming missile.
Oh, I was told he tried to fly his ship into the tower in order to destroy it.
Отсылку на 11 сентября.
The story is true, Your Royal Highness.
I don't know. Looking at it objectively, it's reasonable to believe that Harling had both options before him.
When it comes to which one you think he took, I guess it's like a mirror.
Yes, it is. It's like a mirror
No.
looking into your own soul, based on whichever choice you believe it was.
Возможно. Я даже имя, я даже полное имя и все это напишу ее.
I think that thing should be destroyed.
It's time for the briefing. Although, since we don't have any contact with HQ, it's not like this is an official mission.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, it looks like the seizure of Tyler Island and the relief from Osea have been postponed. In the meantime, we just have to do what we can to survive. Since losing its capital city of Ferbanti, Erusian forces have separated into smaller, autonomous factions. It looks like Erusia's largest force and leading faction will pass through the area around this base. The space elevator is significant to them, so they're probably
Да.
heading there.
А эту Эрин, ее вообще зовут Аврил.
Our top priority should be to get home. Let's go already.
Yeah. It's not like we have the supplies, power, or even a real reason to put up a fight. But what are we going to do if they bring the fight to
Ладно.
us? We need to be ready to push them back. If we head inland from here towards Erusia, there's an old castle that's been converted into a stockpiling base. Shalaji Castle. It's currently occupied by some of the Erusian forces that broke off, but we need ammo and fuel. They appear to have converted a freeway into a runway, so we can expect them to have the capacity for air combat. But they'll be easier to handle than Erusia's lead faction. But we can't use all our aircraft to attack. The transport carrying the stolen supplies needs support. Okay, Strider Squadron. You head out first, and neuter the dogs at the stockpiling base. Rendezvous with Cyclops Squadron, who will bring the transport. Then we bring the supplies back to this base.
Got it.
Aircraft are our only threat.
Sounds good. We'll make it. We're all gonna fly home. Together.
Полетели.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Пока поем просто так горчица, она вкусная. Хорошо.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target.
Спасибо.
Number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, into work.
Почему это только что весь мокрый был? Фига. Почему я этого не замечал раньше?
So, capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. They're Erusian refugees. Must be fleeing since the conflict with the troopers.
Гандон.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
What are you talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused.
I know. We're all out of ammo. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
So is this faction split from the Erusian military?
Dun,
The
dun,
autonomous state
dun.
of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vassalage, which neighbored Shalaji.
There are enemies
Help me!
Resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate. Missile hit. Strata 1, target acquired. Strata 1, Fox 2.
They have more aircraft! More planes incoming! Fire more missiles!
We're coming up on the castle. Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies.
Shit. I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Рысь?
Yeah, I know.
Да. Попадет? Попадет? Они там возвращаются. Нет. Всего царапина, ну-ну. Да. Хуй стреляет там. AV-8B. Опа. Ты, блин, кто? Блин, попали. Ау, попал, гаденыш.
Their interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting their takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane. Soul Squadron airborne. Shoot the invaders out of
Минус один. Удачи, солнце. Ну, что-то как-то у вас не получилось. Попал. Это жив. Ты гад. Ай. Вообще не успели.
As expected, but a lucky shot would be boring.
Some kind of energy weapon. No, it's a railgun.
Strider 1, you have a bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090, straight from the east. High-speed projectile launch from enemy aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your life, dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, you must find someone to guide you. I am not that person.
Star warning. Star warning.
Hostler team squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
Hey, look at the color of that flame. There, that's the flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative. No good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to Trigger. The rest of us will just get in the way. Rest form a perimeter to keep the air slips through. Welcome. Might just cost us our lives.
Hit on unidentified aircraft. The enemy's mobility is still unfazed. Keep up the attack. Unidentified aircraft. Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
That's funny. It seems like one of your pilots is also fighting alone.
He's not alone. Look around you.
Star warning. Star warning.
I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then to see if he's truly worthy.
Hey, look. It's like the sky's been sliced wide open. The experimental unit double made themselves a new toy.
Someone to guide us. Wait, I can't think of anyone other than you. Being together with me taught me something. Drone fighters don't belong in the blue. They have no place in the cosmos of the skies. And they're what the rest of the unit Air Force should be fighting against.
That bastard's moving in a way that minimizes the damage even when he's hit. Keep firing those missiles until you blow him to pieces.
This weapon is not enough to take down 3 strikes. This aircraft is my body. If they are not enough, then I must put my soul into it. There are pilots like you in every generation, and I've found every last one of them.
Strider 1 scored another hit.
He's still flying, but his plane's been damaged. Finish him off, Trigger.
Я буду ждать нужного момента. Все.
These movements, I knew it. Mr. X moves like the drone I saw in Bulgararest. Maybe you've got it backwards. Maybe the drone is the one that moves like Mr. X.
There's gonna be copies of him flying around?
We'd be lucky if they're only in the dozens.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Star warning.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Star warning. Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Да ты заебал. Не, хороший момент.
Can you hear me? Pilot with the 3 strikes. This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
Охеренно, я считаю. АСД. АСДМБ. А, понял. Про М, что ли?
The resupply went well. We should be okay on food and fuel reserves for a little while at least. Luckily, the rumor that the Erusian army is advancing nearby is only a rumor. There's no sign of them from the skies. Rumors, rumors, rumors. This is what happens when you lose communications. But we got one good fact. The plane Trigger shot down was an advanced model of the XO2 Wyvern. It was developed
Страйк
in the last
Wyvern,
Continental War.
ребят.
Erusia had a lot up their sleeves. Apparently, they were even supposed to have Belkin aircraft back in the First War. What if Trigger couldn't shoot it down? Just thinking about it gives me chills. We're lucky to be here. In war, you never know what's lurking behind the curtains. But it looks like everything's loose now. Solid chain of command, rest periods after sorties, a battlefield where you know friend from foe. All of that's gone now, lost in a fog of confusion. Feels like a distant dream. Now, just how the hell are we gonna get out of this mess?
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility.
International Space
I guess
Elevator.
this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other.
Трафик полон, значит. У меня такое устройство, только вот консоль. Телефон у меня к мобильному.
Making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip.
Там был один патрон, что ли?
Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot.
Которого я сбил.
Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkins? Because this guy was a Belkin, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkin, born and raised. My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil.
Да. Себя подорвали, чтобы не сдаваться врагам.
We had a new purpose. to breed wars. The theory was that through war, we could achieve our destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair. We were responsible for all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now, they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusea? My grandfather had only one wish, to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary Ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators.
Твой нет взломали.
I understand now.
Или попробуй отключить что-нибудь от интернета. Телефон, например. Не знаю.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built. Right now, it's the root of this chaos.
I wonder.
Yes?
I wonder which path you would choose when looking at Harling's mirror.
Маяк. ПО маяк, блять. А1.
Let's get the briefing started.
We've done enough air operations. Just let us go home.
There's no path for us to get home. Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier, we received a communication via the partially restored general network. Here is what it contained. Apparently, the Erusian radicals have gathered around the space elevator. As it's a source of energy.
Ну я не знаю, у меня ничего не подключено, кроме консоли к интернету, не знаю. Может моему интернету пользуются, но вряд ли.
And will take down the final Arsenal bird in a saturation attack from the air at the sea. Once that's achieved, they'll take the space elevator from the aggressors.
Has the source been verified?
It could be fake. I hear you. Take a look at what's written at the end. Hey, dumbass. If you want to bring the world back from the brink, go to the lighthouse. You can see the future.
Dumbass? Sounds familiar.
Certainly does. It's from those guys we met in Tyler Island. The 444 squad. It's a message to all those looking to end the war. But I also think it's a message for Trigger.
Guess we'll do what it says.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking we go roast that damn bird.
Looks like we're all on the same page.
Херово.
It's
Не
time to
знаю.
end this war.
Вообще не знаю, почему так.
Time to fly, guys. Let's go get that Arsenal bird.
Думаю, тут, блядь, джойстик сел. Конкретно. Ой, я как хохол. Хохол. Нет, я не хохол. Цифра 44. Цифра 44. 44. 44. 44. 44. Yeah, let's go, man. Yeah, let's go.
Sortie ASAP.
Гюнтер Бэй, Лайтхаус. Значительная облачность. То есть у тебя что, типа стрим не работает, что ли, вообще? Или чего? Типа ты зайти на него не можешь. Хорошо,